Hello, my beautiful friends. Today we are making the pizza. To make the pizza, you need 375 ml of the warm waters, a pinch of the caster sugars, 2 tablespoons of the dry yeast, 600 grams of plain flour, a teaspoon of salt, and of course, some olive oil. Let's fucking make the pizza. What's 125 times 3? 375. First of all, you put the water in the bowl. Second, you get the pinch of the sugar and you put that in the bowl. Finally, you get the yeast and you put that in the bowl as well. If you buy these easy mode dry yeast packets, you just use the one packet in the bowl. The last step here is to mix it all together. The internet says I need to wait for it to get all foamy before I can touch it again. Oh my god, it smells like shit. God, it's disgusting. Okay, we leave that to the side for a little bit to rest. Next, we get a bigger bowl and we put the 600 grams of flour and the salt in the bowl. Everything goes in the bowl, mate. Make sure you clean your table, otherwise you get ants. Nobody likes ants. I think that's about 1 teaspoon of the salt. Okay, now with this mixture, you just sort of mix it around to get the salt in with the flour. I like to do this because it looks fucking cool. Going to use my hands a bit here and hopefully not make a mess of the kitchen. Okay, last step. You make a hole in the middle of your mixture. It needs to look a little bit like the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars, which is a really cool reference to a fucking great movie. Okay, your next step is to get some oil and put it in that little hole, just a little bit. We will come back to our good friend olive oil in 2 minutes. Now is the time for some chemical magic. We pour this mixture of yeast into the plain flour. The instructions online say to do it slowly, but I haven't got time for that. Okay, now for the fun part, we get to mix all of this together into a big squishy ball. The consistency you want is like a beautiful breast. It takes a while, so be patient and make sure you are okay with getting your hands really dirty because it's disgusting. Oh my god, it's so sticky. Why didn't anyone tell me this is the most disgusting thing I've ever touched in my life? Oh my god, it's stuck. Oh, my hand. My name is Davide. I mix the pizza in the bowl. We're almost there. We've got a solid piece of dough. We just need to keep kneading it really hard. Some people, not me, say that dough is just like a woman. It's very needy. You need to knead it a lot. The more love you give to the dough, the better it is. It looks a little bit like Venom's white brother. Got a little bit excited. Somehow exploded. It's actually incredibly soothing. It's like an Italian meditation. You've all heard of the alchemy of souls. This is a little bit like the alchemy of my stomach. If, like me, your dough is getting a little bit too sticky, just add a little bit more of the flour and then keep kneading it. Don't put too much flour in, otherwise it might get dry and turn to shit. Oh man, that actually worked really well. As we can see, this dough is looking beautiful. It's a nice ball, it's bouncy, it's beautiful, perfect. You really need to get in there and show that dough who's boss and give it some hard love. Make sure it's mixed perfectly with all of the flour so that it's a consistency all the way through. When you're happy with your dough, get another bowl, put a little bit of oil inside, push the oil around so that it covers all of the bowl. Then you grab your dough ball and you put it in there. Now what I like to do is put a little bit more oil over the top of the dough and then just to sort of spread it in so it's nice and shiny on the top. Beautiful. All right, the last step is to put some cling wrap over the top of the bowl. Leave it in the bowl for about 15 to 30 minutes. This is a perfect time to go back to work while you're working from home. Okay, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We previously had the dough in that tiny bowl. I had to take it out of the bowl because it expanded a lot, way more than I expected. So now, we got the pizza dough. We have 3 different dough. This means I can make 3 beautiful pizzas. To make it the exact pizza that I want, I'm going to need a few extra ingredients. But first, before we actually make it the pizza, we need to finish off the dough. So, the step 1, you get the flours, you put it on the table. Make sure your table is clean first and don't line it up so it looks like a wild weekend. Next, we take the dough out of the cling wrap. It's probably going to be really sticky, which is why we've got the flour. All you need to do is roll the dough in the flour so that it doesn't be sticky anymore. It's as simple as that. One more thing that you're going to want to have is a pizza tray. I got this one from Woolworths. It cost me, I think, $6. It's good because it's got the holes in the middle. So what I want is for this dough to fit in here. Before I do any of this though, I'm going to preheat my oven, which means things are about to get seriously hot in here. Now look, I don't fuck around with a cold oven. I only want it super hot. The only temperature that oven knows is 180 degrees to 200 degrees. It's always set at that. Your oven might be different, but get one that is 200 or 180 degrees Celsius. Now with our beautiful pizza dough, what we're gonna do is stretch it out. This is actually the hardest part of making the pizza. To make it more rubbery and less sticky, you just put more flour on. If you find that the dough is breaking, then pull it apart, make it sticky, and then fold it into itself, and it will stick back together. Now normally this can be done much easier with a rolling pin, but I don't have a rolling pin, I just got muscle. If you see a bit that looks a little bit thicker than somewhere else, you squish that bit down. But if you got a couple of little holes in your dough, don't worry about it. We're not looking for perfection here, we're looking for the best taste that your money can buy and that your hard work can build. Okay, we come back to our friend Mr. Olive Oil. We get the olive oil and we put a little bit in the middle of the dough. I then get a cute little brush and I paint it onto the dough. You then put the pizza on the pizza pan and try to spread it out to the edges. Beautiful. Now we get a little bit more oil because I love oil, and we are going to put that on there and again spread it with Mr. Cute brush. Because the dough is really elasticy, you got to keep pushing it out to the edges. Perfectly normal. Okay, we got a couple of little holes, but this is looking like a really good thin and crispy pizza. Now we put that to the side. We get our chopping board, get our favorite knife, and we cut up some of these ingredients to go onto the pizza. Now for this recipe, I like to use the bocconcini, the little cherry tomatoes, some white mushrooms, spicy chorizo, and some rocket. With the bocconcini, I just cut it into small little strips like this. And then you put the bocconcini on the pizza. Now the interesting thing about the bocconcinis is that it melts in a funny way. I will show you what I mean a little bit later. Oh shit, I forgot to put the bloody tomato paste on the pizza. I bought this multi pizza sauce because I like the flavor of this one. Now it's okay, I know I'm late, but it's all good. I'm just gonna throw this all over the pizza, just like that. Now I quite like a mushroom, so I'm gonna put a lot of mushrooms on my pizza. And one more for luck. Beautiful. That is my pizza ready to go in the oven. Now before I forget, I'm gonna clean all the shit off my countertop because I really don't like it being messy. Now don't mind me, I'm gonna fast forward this while I make another 2 pizzas. By the way, the pizza needs to be in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Mate, would you just have a look at that? That is a beautiful looking pizza. Now look, I would love to use a wood-fired pizza oven, but I haven't got one. If you want to buy me one, you can send me some money and I'll go and buy one. Time to clean up this massive mess that I've left on the table here. So give me 1 minute. Okay, my friends, I have some good news for you. The pizza is ready. First things first, I'm going to put this thing on the table so I don't burn the shit. Second of all, I get a spatula. Mate, would you get a load of that? That is quite possibly the best looking pizza you've ever seen, mate. What I need now is another plate. I'm gonna hold on to the edge of this so I don't burn my fingers off. And it should be nice and crispy underneath. Look at that, straight off. And last but not least, we get a clump of rocket and you put that on the pizza like so. May I present to you Davide pepperoni and mushroom pizza. It's sure to please. It's going to be the best thing your life has ever been introduced to. Here's a close-up of my 3 pizzas. That's the finished one, obviously. It is cooked to perfection. And yeah, another one right there. Now I gotta try this thing because it just looks too good to pass up. I'm gonna do something that people might think is a bit shit, but I don't have a pizza cutter, so I'm gonna use the scissors. Is the best fucking pizza in the world, man. Oh my god. Give me some more of that pepperoni. Yes! Yeah! Man, it's fucking al dente! Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button. If you want to know anything about the food I use, ask me in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoy watching me cook some beautiful food, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you all on the next video. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cook.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Matt, it was beautiful pizza. I'm still enjoying it.